you get to hear the noise the dock makes with just those two small craft going by. I really dislike that clunking and squeaking and banging the dock makes every time a boat goes by. Or when I come down early in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning to go fishing, and I try to walk in the dock quietly, this is what happens. So I decided I'm going to fix that. So I did all sorts of Google searches, and I found quiet hinges, silent hinges, and they're all very expensive. I even went to a local supplier and looked at their style of hinge, and what it had was a black plastic bushing made from this 3/4 inch water line, potable water line here. And it had oversized pins, of course, at 3/4 of an inch. So I thought, well, I brought a 1-inch drill up from home. I'll drill out the hinges 1 inch, and I'll buy bigger pins or machine bigger pins, and I'll put this on. Well, I got looking at it, and I thought, well, the pins are galvanized. I don't want to waste those pins. So I'm going to show you a way that I can cut this pipe, slice it down the edge, and fit it in, and it takes away all the movement inside that. It acts like a quiet bushing and solves all the problem. Gets rid of the squeaking and clunking of the hinges. The noise is caused because of the excessive clearance between the pin and the pin bosses, or the holes that it passes through. There's about 5/16 of an inch clearance between that pin and those holes. And as you can see, when that clearance is moved, and because it's metal to metal contact, it's very noisy. And if you multiply that out times the 4 hinges on the dock, there's a lot of noise. Even with that small boat that passed by and with the jet ski that just went by, it makes for a lot of noise here. So we're going to fit that black plastic pipe, the poly pipe, the 3/4 inch potable water line, in here to take up this clearance. So here we are, and to quote Buddy What's-His-Name and the other feller's song, in me lovely little shed. Isn't this beautiful? It's got lights, got power, got a little workbench, a little vise, a few tools and a few supplies, and a radio. I come out here with a cup of coffee, and it is so good. All this in the bush, the Canadian bush, in an off-grid camp. You gotta love it. So here's our hinge pin out of the dock. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our bushing material to length. When I measure that, that's somewhere about 2 5/8 inches. So let's cut a piece of this pipe off at 2 5/8 inches. There we go, cut to length. Now, if we look at this now, we've got an excessive amount of clearance between the wall of that pipe and the bushing, and this will not fit in the holes in the dock. So we're going to cut a piece out of this lengthwise so it squeezes down and fits in the dock and takes up all that clearance and gets rid of the metal to metal contact. First thing is, let's make a cut down the length of this pipe. Well, there we go. We've got all our bushings made. Let's head down to the dock now and install them. Oh, and check this out. We've got enough material left over to make all sorts of them for the future. And all of this was going in the dump. So it cost us absolutely nothing to fix our dock. We'll install the bushings in these 2 hinges here first, and we'll see what a difference it makes in the noise. There we go. That's 1 hinge split apart. There we go. Let's put the bushing in. Perfect. Slide the pin in. Well, that went in. There we go. There's one done. Now you can hear the noise in the one beside it, but look at how little clearance there is there now. I'll just slip over and do the other side now. So we'll put the bushing back in first. There, the bushing's in, and now we'll see if this pin fits. Oh, like a dream. Just like a dream. I'll put the hair clip back in. There we go. All 4 hinges now have a 3/4 inch poly pipe bushing. Let's see if we can make the dock make any noise now. Nothing so far. Oh, that is fantastic. Absolutely silent. Oh, that makes me so happy. And here comes the wake now. And look at that, the dock is absolutely silent. Isn't that fantastic? That is absolutely fantastic. It's completely silent. For an hour's time on a Sunday afternoon with a piece of 3/4 inch poly pipe, we made some bushings and solved an 8-year problem of a noisy, clunking, squeaking dock. What a great way to spend a little bit of time on a Sunday. Well folks, we hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thanks so much for watching, and we look forward to seeing you again on Out of the House with Paul.